These two guys.
These two guys. It's these two guys.
Hey, George Henry here.
And Larry Richardson.
And we were just talking crap here just a minute ago. So this episode 21 was supposed to be an episode with a guest. And the guest was supposed to be the CEO of a company called the Death Clock. And it had to do with our episode we talked about nutrition and that.
Yes.
He talked about that. But apparently he doesn't understand what a podcast is. And he was thinking we were going to be on like for 5 minutes. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, so he's like, so he bailed on us. So we're just going to have a little fun. So first off, have you recovered?
Not completely. So if you guys are watching me and I look a little stiff, it's because I am actually stiff. I have a kind of a problem in my left neck.
Your left neck?
Left side of my neck.
I mean, how many necks you have?
Yeah, so depends.
Yeah.
You know, walking down the street in Puerto Rico, you have plenty of necks.
Oh, there you go. So I don't know. So we were just kind of riffing here. I thought we'd riff a little bit and kind of do a little delving into our psyche.
Uh-oh. That's a dangerous.
This is.
That could be a little dangerous.
So we got this little thing, kind of a quick teaser about everyday would you rather questions.
Oh man.
So we're going to start with would you rather. I'm gonna start with you, okay?
All right.
Now, these are simple ones. They don't get intense until maybe a couple in there. Would you never drink coffee again or never have Wi-Fi again?
I'd never drink coffee again.
Couldn't do without Wi-Fi.
Can't do without Wi-Fi.
I can't do without my phone for 5 or 10 minutes.
I don't have my phone and I'm freaking out. Like I
Really?
left it at home.
You left it at home?
Oh yes,
on
left it at home.
purpose?
Oh no, accident.
Oh,
So
but then again, I know like my wife always she gets on me, or I'll tell her something. I'll say, "Well, you didn't answer my text." She goes, "Oh, you texted me?" Yeah, and so there's a text on messages, then there's a text on Messenger. She didn't check either one of them, and then she's wondering why. She goes, "Well, you didn't answer." Yeah, I did. You just never looked at it. So, yeah, I don't.
yeah, I can do. I mean, I love coffee. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Every morning, coffee. I love coffee.
I drink a pot a day.
But Wi-Fi. Now here's a caveat to that question.
Could you have a computer without Wi-Fi? I mean, could you have hardwire?
Yes, that would be the caveat to the question. If I can do without Wi-Fi and hardwire something via Ethernet, oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep my coffee and my Ethernet.
Because you don't even need Wi-Fi with your phone because
No.
you got your satellite or
Yeah.
you got the
Cellular.
the cellular service. So, yeah, I guess I could give up Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I would give up Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, it could affect some things like Amazon Fire Stick, right? Because
Yeah.
that's Wi-Fi only.
It could affect your ability to print paper,
Yes, which we've learned
which we just found out. This
Yeah.
was going to be so frustrating because we couldn't get the frickin' printer to work. Luckily, Larry got it. That's what we have for an IT guy. I'm usually pretty good at that, but I failed.
Well, I mean, as technology gets, advances more and more, the Ethernet is going the way of the dodo. Everything's going to be Wi-Fi. So if you're thinking long term, this could be pretty detrimental to those.
But even with speed and everything, you think it'll be
Oh yeah.
compatible?
Oh yeah. You can almost get better speeds from Wi-Fi than you can in some Ethernet situations, such as like.
Yeah, but what if you have fiber? What if you have gigabyte speed fiber?
Now that's only the speed getting to your house. So you have a speed that gets to your house
Right.
that goes to the modem.
And the other one's usually like a tenth of.
You
Right.
lose a lot. Yeah, you lose a lot in degradation between your modem and your router. Your router is what spreads your network connections to the multiple devices
Right.
inside your home. And depending on walls and distances and even like older hardware pieces, like if you had
Right, if you have older software,
Yeah.
older computer or something.
older
it's not-
operating
yeah.
system, older hardware, your signal will degrade.
Well, it's just like the, not to get too technical, but you have your USB connections,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your USB connections from, say, our cameras
Right.
to the computer when we're downloading is not as fast as the USB-C.
Correct.
The USB-C is like incrementally better to use that. So both ends have to be USB-C.
Both ends have to be
Yes.
USB-C, and if they have Thunderbolt capabilities, then yeah, you're looking at like tripling your speed.
Yeah.
And then if some of you guys, if you look at the back of your computer and you'll see a USB port and you'll see another USB port with a blue plastic tab on it, that's USB 3.0, which is faster than the ones with just the black tabs. Just a little pro tip there.
Now, the USB-C, do they have two separate settings on that?
USB-C is multifaceted. I mean, it can do anything. You can pump video, data, just power. I mean, it does it all.
I thought I noticed in the back of the brand new computer that I built. I'm not that dumb.
It's a pretty nice PC.
But a brand new computer we built, and I thought it might have had two different colored USB-Cs, but I may be wrong on that. That was probably the USB that I was looking at.
It could have been a USB.
Yeah, because that has the blue tab on there.
Well, some laptops have, like Dell and Lenovo have, you'll see two USB-C ports. One is specifically for power. The other one is to connect to a docking station, which also can feed power. So they do have, multiple functions.
And again, this is fairly new. I mean, most of the new computers have it, but if you have a computer that's a year old, you might not.
About a year, 3-ish years old. Yeah, you might not have the USB-C for, the multiple USB-C ports.
Right. But certainly the new ones came with it. The motherboard and everything that I bought for this one all had it. So that was really nice. And when I realized that it helped the download speeds when I was downloading, because we'll have our podcasts will be like a gigabyte or better, or 10 gigabyte or better
per drive.
Per drive. Yeah. So it takes a while to even with USB-C, it takes a while to download that. So that's right. All right. So that was my question to you.
So yours would be, because I know you're a sports guy. We both big TV guys.
Yes.
Would you rather have your rewind button or your pause button for life? You'd have to lose one.
Would I rather have a rewind button or a pause button
on your remote?
But on my life remote. In other words,
for your life. No, not for your life. Just for like your television, right?
So, I see. What I thought the question was
on life. Oh yeah, you're right. It is on life. I thought it was for life.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me rephrase that question.
All right.
Cut. Be good for our outtakes. No, it'll be an outtake. It should be an outtake. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on life?
Okay. Now, did you see the Adam Sandler movie Rewind?
Yes.
Okay. To me, it automatically goes nothing but trouble.
Yes.
Was
it Rewind? Was that what you called it?
I thought it was called Rewind, wasn't it?
I know it's what you're talking about with the remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes in the Bed Bath & Beyond.
Right.
Christopher Walken gives him the remote. I thought it was called something else.
Might have been. Can we look it up real quick? We could look it up.
Yeah, we can look it up.
But anyway, so you know the movie I'm talking about. I'm sure that anybody out there remembers that too. Because if you're pausing everything, that means worldwide and everything.
Right.
What kind of trouble do you cause when you start it back up and someone goes, "What just happened?"
But theoretically, would they know something? They missed anything?
That's true. That's a good point.
If everything's paused, I don't think anybody would miss anything.
I think, like the movie Galaxy Quest, I would like to have the rewind where, 10 seconds would be to correct a single mistake.
Oh, the beryllium sphere.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Not the beryllium sphere, but the beryllium sphere is what powered the ship. What was the name of the thing? They pushed it down like that.
Yeah, it wasn't the. That's right. It wasn't the beryllium sphere. It was the.
Come on, bring that brain out.
It's going to hit me in a second.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, mine too. I mean, I love it.
What's that? What was the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
we'll yeah.
So anyway, to have a rewind to fix a simple mistake, or maybe to do a day over. Yeah, I guess I'd rather have a rewind than a pause.
But now, if you think of it in the context of the movie, everybody's aware that you went back that 15 seconds.
Right.
So
no, only he was aware.
Was it only
him? Only him and not Krillick, the Thermian captain.
Oh,
only the two of them knew.
I thought everybody knew that they went back in time.
No, because that's why. Because remember when he comes back out and the engineer comes out and he shoots him, and they're like, "Why are you shooting him?" Everyone else is like, "Why are you shooting him?"
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because they didn't know.
It again.
Yeah, you can do it. I've only seen that about 50 times. So
it's so weird because you can watch a movie over and over and over again, and if you can catch new things every time you watch it, you also can lose things.
But if you can catch new things each time you watch it, that's, to me, that is the credit to the movie.
Filmmaker. Yeah.
The filmmaker.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing new stuff that you hadn't seen before.
There's great movies that I will watch over and over again, and I'll catch little things like Fight Club. I can watch a movie over and over again.
I haven't seen that in a while. I'd like to see that again. But Galaxy Quest, I actually have it on, I think all my devices have it. So if I feel like watching
It's always available.
You are our last hope. All right. Would you rather spend a week in the wilderness or a week at a tech-free resort?
Wilderness. Oh, wait. No. Tech-free. Tech-free
Tech-free resort where
Yeah.
you just sit by the pool,
Oh, yeah.
smoke stogies, drink some good whiskey.
For those who don't know, I'm in IT.
Right.
So from the time I get up until 4 p.m., pretty much it's all tech, right? And yeah, when 4 p.m. hits, it's like I envision Fred Flintstone, when that whistle
he's
wings,
out of
and
sliding down.
yeah, that's me. So
you're out of there.
if I can get a week of that, I'm all for it.
All right. That's good.
Would you rather always know when someone's lying or always get away with lying?
Always know when someone's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't, I can't say I've never lied, but I generally find I learned very young in life that telling the truth in a situation that might cause me problems was simpler, quicker, and more easily overcome.
Yes.
So yeah, I'd rather know when someone else is lying.
I agree. I have an analogy for lying. I think of it as something you have to feed, and you have to continue to feed that lie.
Right.
You tell it, you're going to have to continue to feed it. So it's
That's a good point there, because you never know when you're going to go, oh, well, that's not what you said last time. Yeah, so you got to keep your lies in order.
in order.
Yeah.
Fed, healthy, vibrant. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Would you rather have your favorite song stuck in your head forever or never hear it again?
Well, I actually live that first part. My favorite songs are always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. I'd rather have them stuck in my head.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If it's a good tune,
Right.
like there's songs that come up that I hear that I got to stop and listen to it.
Yeah.
Even if it's something really old, or something classic or that. Yeah.
I'm a huge music buff, and I mean, not to the point where I remember all the artists or remember the song title or things like that, but just music in general, I love it. So I would rather have a jingle or a song just kind of floating around in there aimlessly for life.
For those of you that are listening, the dogs are barking.
Yeah.
And that means either Deb's home or they're just crazy.
Yeah. Or squirrel.
The squirrel.
Squirrel.
There you go.
Would you rather be famous for something stupid or unknown but brilliant?
Famous for something stupid.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd rather be famous for something stupid than be brilliant. Because, that's where I'm at now. I'm brilliant unknown.
Yeah. For now, we'll get out there.
At least I think I'm brilliant. Anyway, I don't know.
You are very brilliant. I don't know too many people who own their own business, and if you listen to George on the radio, you just flow so freely. You're reading and the news and everything, and even when you're talking about songs, I always wonder, before we even met, I always wonder, like, how many takes does it get to get there? And this is just natural for you.
Yeah, it's just, in fact, I'm too hard on some of the other guys sometimes, or the other gals, because I hear them like they're reading a commercial and they stutter and they have to back up and read it again. I'm like, know what you're going to say. I always say, know what you're going to say before you open the mic.
Yep.
That doesn't mean I don't go, sometimes, like when we're doing this.
See, that would panic me. I understand the whole ethics of like radio, like no dead air,
Right.
no pausing, no, you can't reflect after you said something and go back and try to change it. You just got to kind of go with the flow. And if you make a mistake, you have to adapt and move on.
And don't
right?
recognize the mistake. Just
Right.
keep moving on. But what's really funny is that I'm really hard on myself when it comes to if I'm saying because I'm thinking of something to say. I'm really hard on myself on that. But then I watch people like Jon Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
I watch Kimmel. I watch Stephen Colbert. David Letterman, one of the worst for doing that.
Yeah.
Stuttering over what he wanted to say, but yet very successful.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I'm too critical.
Well, sometimes it works for people because it definitely worked for what's his name? I just had his name in my head. Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
He could do that, and it worked for him.
Yeah.
I think it worked for him. I think that was part of his character, and it flowed as unnatural as it flowed. You kind of expect it, and it just seems like it was just perfect. I like watching Norm Macdonald.
Oh yeah, I loved all his OJ jokes.
His OJ, he did one with David Letterman, and I think it was right before his show had ended, and he was reading this
Is
whole
that the one was a really long story?
and he got it wrong, and he read it wrong. Oh, God, if you haven't seen that one,
okay.
David Letterman gets so pissed because he read it and then he gives the punchline and everybody's looking confused. And then Norm Macdonald looks at it and goes, "Oh shit, I read it wrong." And it was and David Letterman, you could just tell he was pissed off at him.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Would you rather,
I think this one's, oh yeah, this was yours. Right.
would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? This is interesting.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it wasn't a typo.
A duck the size of a horse, so about a
Right.
2,000-pound duck, or
Or
a bunch of
100
8-pound or 7-pound horses.
That is really, because I mean, ducks can draw blood, right? They don't
Right.
have talons or anything like that, so the webbed feet wouldn't be too much of a threat. But if it was horse-sized, I mean,
One peck from his bill would put you out.
yeah, put you out. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be cruel about animals, but I could kick the crap out of 100 little horse-sized, duck-sized horses.
Well, now here's a question. Are they coming at you kung fu movie style one at a time, or are they like smart and coming at you all at once?
Well, that's true. If you got 100 of them all at once,
It might be a
hard
little
to
difficult.
defend. Yeah,
And horses have teeth. They can bite you.
true.
And they
can
kick.
do that.
So
You gonna go with the duck?
are we talking Clydesdale size horse or like,
Maybe
pygmy?
the Oregon duck,
an
the Oregon duck that you see at the games.
I'd go for one
One
horse
duck?
sized. Yeah. Yeah. I think my chances are one at a time versus 100 little snapping, kicking, neighing animals.
Yeah.
So
Okay, all right. I don't think I'd want to take on either one of those, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't either. But if I had to, I'll take on a duck. I mean, like I said, as long as it's not like a Clydesdale, one of those massive horses that you need the ladder to get onto. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every human language fluently?
Every human language fluently. And the reason being is that I would sit there quiet in a situation and I would hear and know everything they're saying,
Yeah. And would you really want to speak to animals? Like if you're going to the zoo or you're going somewhere and you see cows and they're like talking to you like, please don't let them pick
Dr.
me."
Doolittle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that
Yeah.
would be crazy.
That would be pretty bad, I think, talking to animals. So I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Speak fluently in every language.
Oh, here's one I should ask my wife this one. Would you rather be 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early?
Oh.
Always 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early?
Ooh.
Because I mean, I'm not going to tell on you or anything,
No, I mean,
but you're usually 10 minutes late.
no, sometimes. I'm 10 minutes away, so I do leave on time.
No, you don't. If you left on time, you'd be here on time.
Is it late for dinner? Is it late for a job?
Depends on what you're
interview?
late for.
Yeah, what you're late for.
You wouldn't be late for the start of a movie, would you?
No, because there's trivia involved usually in those, or the trailers.
Trailers, yeah.
I would always rather be 20 minutes early.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd rather be 20 minutes. That doesn't mean I am 20 minutes early, but I would rather be 20 minutes early.
I can count on one hand the times I've been late to something.
Really?
I can count on one hand that, and
wish
this is no lie. I mean, my wife, Deb, my ex-wives, they all, why do you have to get there early? Why do you have to get there early? Because I'm not going to get there late.
Yeah.
I think, if you're getting there late, you miss something, to me.
Yeah. And it's independent of what you're going to do. It can be kind of rude too.
Well, I don't want to be 20 minutes early unless the plan is to help whoever. Like if you're going to a party, you don't want to be 20 minutes before the party starts,
Right.
because they're going to be working, trying to get stuff done, and it's kind of rude. But a few minutes before, I don't mind doing that. 5 minutes before.
So like my godson's family and everything, they would have their parties and everything, and big, elaborate parties too. And I would always show up early there because I always help with the setup.
That's different.
And I would stay late to help, but I was never asked to help
Right.
with it. So, it really kind of depends. But I would rather be on time, early. Late would be the last of the three, if those were options.
I'm with you on that one.
All right. So, would you rather have unlimited first class travel or never have to pay for food again?
Unlimited first class travel, baby.
I've never flown first class.
Never?
Never.
Oh my goodness.
Never.
A guy your size, you would feel very comfortable in first class.
I feel comfortable in that little seat next to the door,
Yeah.
because
That's true. You get a little leg room.
you get a little extra leg room. But no, I did fly business class back when business class was just slightly bigger than coach, or not coach. What do they call it when you're paying the standard?
Coach.
Is it coach?
Yeah.
Coach. And then then you had first class. So that's how long ago it's been when they had first class, business class, and coach. But I walked by the first class and I'm like, oh, okay, wasn't too great.
Well, here's my thought about it. I pay for food all the time. You go out to dinner, you pay for food. You go to the grocery store, you pay for food. That's something that's common, that is not usually a huge encumbrance to you.
Right.
But when you go flying, the difference between a $200 airfare and a $1,200 airfare is just, if you could get that free upgrade every time you flew, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, you get the early champagne. You get
Early champagne, you usually get a meal.
Yeah, you get a
If
nice
you only
meal.
get snacks, you get the better snacks.
True.
Unlimited alcohol.
Oh, is it unlimited alcohol for first class?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I've never been.
No, it's true. You've never been. How would you know?
I never been.
I probably out of all I've flown a lot. Probably 5 times I've done first class.
Wow.
But that was one time it was a free upgrade because I gave up my seat for somebody else. Twice because Deb was having problems with her legs going numb, so she couldn't sit in those cramped up spaces. So we did that, and that really helped her on that. And then I can't remember the other couple times, but yeah, I mean it's not something I've done a lot of, but it's been really nice when I've done it.
Yeah, it's at some point, it's on my bucket list, especially now with, we've done a lot of international flights and we've done it in coach seats. So when I walk past those first class little pods now, they have them. Those look very, very nice.
Yeah.
Extremely nice.
Well, our friends Jack and Bettina just flew over. And they had the little pods there.
I saw the pictures.
Like, geez. Now Deb actually had one of those with her dad. She took her dad to Vermont to go back to his childhood home, and they left from Seattle. They left from Eugene to Seattle, then Seattle there, and they had one of those big jets that had those pods, the separators, and she said it was amazing.
I can imagine. I mean, you sit down, you can stretch out, you got a whole wall to yourself, and
TV to yourself.
TV. Little workstation, you got your USB ports and all that. Yeah, it's I can imagine it's very, very sweet. I've seen them. I've seen a few of them.
Yeah.
From afar. It's kind of like, it's like a zoo for me. You can see them here on the other side of the plexi. You can't touch them, but I can see them.
So, well, since you've never been in first class, you wouldn't know the answer to this. But when you're in first class, there's a bathroom at the front of the cabin.
Right.
And then there's bathrooms at the back. In some planes, there's 2 sections of bathrooms.
Right.
There's a section halfway back, and then a section all the way back.
Right.
It always annoys me when I've been in first class,
People walk all over.
people come
Yep.
people come to the front bathroom.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
can
it's supposed to be your bathroom.
And to me, I think that's an unwritten rule. That's not your section.
Right.
So the bathroom that's in between the two, you can go to that one, but the one past the curtain, you're not supposed
Depending on who you fly with, the flight attendants will stop people.
to. Yeah.
Depending on what airline you fly with.
Yeah. I mean, they should. I mean, as you're paying for that privacy. I mean, if I really, really got to go, I'm going to ask at least,
Yeah.
but
Especially if the other ones,
if
there's
the other
a
ones are
line.
occupied, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people trying to get in the Mile High Club or something. You can't get in there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. That's something I've never done.
Yeah, that's actually not on my bucket list because then you'll never be able to fly. Well, I'm sure they're probably
Only
a
if you
little
get
more
caught.
lax.
If you don't get caught.
You don't understand my luck streak.
Like Chevy Chase in European Vacation, where he comes out with his legs all blue because he stuck it in the toilet. Trying to
my
get
God.
a little Mile High Club action there. All right. How about what if?
What if? Oh, what if? And we're not talking about the Marvel comics. What
No,
ifs. No. This is these are.
What if you woke up as me tomorrow? I know you'd be happy, but
Well, first thing I'll do is check my credit score because I know it's going to automatically go up.
I don't know about that.
It's
I don't
going to
know about
automatically go
that.
up. And then
Mine used to be really high. I don't know what it is right now, though. I wouldn't count on that.
And then I'll speed around town in my Mustang to see if I get a ticket. I probably won't get stopped.
Well, you might get stopped, but they'll just talk to you.
Yeah. I ask you. You're free to go. It's always interesting to think that way. Like, what happens if you were the other guy? From what I know about you, I think it'd be, pretty interesting.
I
Pretty
feel the same
interesting.
way.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. We had like what's that movie that with the
The not trading places,
where the
but
girls where the girls trade
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky
yeah.
Friday.
We'd have a little Freaky Friday going on around here.
Yeah, I mean,
Not a P Diddy kind of Freaky Friday though.
yes. 20, 30 years, that might be a possibility. Just like switch personalities with someone, and you can actually walk a mile in someone's shoes, see what it's
Literally,
like.
yeah.
So I think it'd be very interesting to wake up as someone else and just kind of.
But here's the thing. Okay, I mean let's the elephant in the room here. You wake up, you didn't know you were going to wake up, right? As me,
Right.
You wake up and you look in the mirror and you're like, holy shit.
Well, because I'm an honest guy, obviously I tell the people that's closest to you that this is me and not you, and then I'd go out and have fun in your skin.
Right.
It's like, I wouldn't violate anything.
No, but I mean, it wouldn't freak you out that all of a sudden you're white. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean,
would
freak
that be
me out.
kind of freaky?
It would be completely freaky. That's why they call it Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
It would be completely freaky, but interesting.
See, the nice thing about being you is I keep my lips.
Yes,
Because
full luscious.
I've got mine. Mine are full and luscious. So I wouldn't have to, learn that all over again. But anyway,
and you'd have a lot of IT work to do too.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of crazy.
to work on that.
Let's see. What if you had to survive 24 hours without technology?
I've done that before, though.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's a no-brainer. If you're out there and you're playing along with us and you're sitting with someone, you get to that particular what if and you're struggling with it, you need help.
Yeah,
you need a little help.
If you don't know if you can do without technology for a day,
Yeah,
you got problems.
try that first one too. You should have that. Try that with your friend. Ask them that these what if segment questions. These are pretty good. Yeah.
What if aliens demanded a podcast episode as proof of human intelligence?
We're screwed.
We'd give them our Stogies one.
Yes. Or if they wanted one of ours, yes. I
Yeah.
would say the Stogie one might even save humanity.
Yeah.
If they came with possible violent intentions or that want to take over the world, I think our Stogie and whiskey pairing video. If you guys haven't watched it, please do.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe you haven't watched it if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
And some of the outtakes,
The outtakes are hilarious.
hilarious.
So I think
Deb goes, "How come we didn't leave those in there?" I said, "Well, there's one where we dropped the F-bomb several times, and I just edited that out.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know I certainly don't want to piss YouTube or Facebook off to the point where they won't let us post on it.
Right.
So I'm
right.
not sure. And I know I've heard the F-bomb dropped on other ones, but I'm like,
You don't want to get on the bad side.
I don't want
Better
to
to
take
err
that
toward
chance.
the, toward caution.
But definitely, I don't think there'd be any real proof of human intelligence if the aliens got one of our episodes.
Like I said, that one might save us. Everything else. What if your younger self could host an entire? No, let me rephrase that. What if your younger self could host an episode with you today?
That would be interesting. Because it's really funny because at, 12 years old, I knew I wanted to do radio.
Wow. Yeah.
So to sit there and tell my younger self, one day you'll own a radio station, that would just, I would just be blown away. At that point, I just wanted to be a DJ. I just wanted to be, Wolfman Jack or one of those guys or Rick Dees or something.
Rick Dees, yeah.
Well, actually,
yeah.
Rick Dees was after me. But I just wanted to be one of those guys, that people listened to, and they took advice from and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that would blow me away. What about you?
It'd be a pretty aimless podcast as a kid because, I grew up in the projects.
Yeah, but you're an adult now, so how would you treat that younger self?
I would, given if that younger self had to go through what I have already gone through, I would just say power on and continue to do that way. Maybe be a little bit more focused on your future. But aside from that, I did everything I think I needed to do to dodge the life I could have had. I could have been a drug dealer, could have been a gangbanger, could have been, we were half-assed rappers. We did a lot of things.
Yeah, you don't want to be a half-assed rapper.
No, you don't want to be a half-assed rapper.
You're going to be a rapper.
Commit. We committed. We just didn't have. It's a competitive market.
Right.
Even
sort of
back
like
then.
our podcasting.
Kind of like our podcasts, but we will succeed.
Yes, we're going to do that.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think I would tell younger me, avoid the potholes and the pitfalls that I could have gone down. I think I did very good with that. Seeing that I was kind of stuck there, and just focus more on your career. Because I stumbled into IT by accident. That was the only real big change in my life. Being a parent at a young age, I wouldn't change that for the world. I love my kids. They mean the world to me. My grandkids mean the world to me. So that's fine. I would tell myself, I wouldn't, don't say go out and buy a bunch of condoms because then you won't have your kids. But maybe pick different women. But even then, I wouldn't have my kids. I wouldn't have the same kids today.
Right.
So I just maybe focus more on career.
Well, like I said, I kind of knew that radio or something entertaining was in my future, and I somehow I was given a voice that people like, I guess. But, the things I wanted to do was be in radio, be in the movies, be a fighter pilot, For a brief period of time, I wanted to be a preacher. That didn't live very long, and thank God for that. But so I've pretty much done everything I
Preacher
wanted
George.
to do. Yep, Pastor George.
Pastor George.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That doesn't have a good ring to it. All right. So, what if you could only communicate using song lyrics your entire life, for a whole show?
Well, it's funny because I find myself at times, and Deb will comment on this all the time. There's a song lyric for every situation
Right.
that you're in. You can find it. You just, especially if you have enough of them in your head to go with that. And that's pretty interesting now that could work. I don't know that I could do it for a whole show, like to have an ongoing conversation.
Now, yeah, and the question, and I would question this as to, is it every word? Like when you end a sentence, is the next word picked up from a different song lyric, or can you have buffer in between before?
I would think the former that you said. It'd be like, when I was young, I never needed anyone, all by myself.
Okay. All right.
So I think it would be something along those lines.
I could not do that. I am
tough.
terrible with song lyrics.
What if your pet or car could talk? Kit, what would it say about you? What would your pet or car say about you?
To pick one, or can I do both?
You can do both.
All right. So my pets, my pets love me. I know my animals love me, and my cats. I maybe post even a picture here of me and my one cat, Apollo. All of the pets that I have, they actually have God names. I have Apollo, who's one cat, Hercules, and Zeus. Zeus, our little Chewini. Those guys lay on me all the time, so I know they would love me.
No Odin?
No Odin. No, that's what I would have named Louis if I got the name Louis, but Louis Vuitton, and Susie named Louis. And she also named Lola because she wanted the two L's.
Louis and Lola.
Louis and Lola. But I think my animals would totally love me, and they speak to me all the time. Hercules and Apollo does. Zeus doesn't speak to me, but whenever he sees me, he just want to lay up on top of me, and he just feels so comfortable there. I think he does speak to me, and they probably say this guy's awesome.
Okay.
Now my car, on the other hand,
The car tell you to slow down?
the car tell me to speed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's made for speed.
It's made for speed, and I drive it like a little old lady. No offense to any of the little old ladies watching, but
I've seen some little ladies out there that shouldn't be on the street.
yeah,
be honest with you.
they're usually driving in a tree, some of them. But
I can't tell you what my animals would say about me.
why? Your animals are great.
They are, but I mean, it's like Molly is so freaking stubborn, right? I have to tell her 100 times to go lay down. And I know she'd be like, shut up, is what she'd be saying. You know?
Molly
I don't mistreat him in any way. No. I mean, other than, try to make her obey when it's, because see, for those of you who don't know, Molly's a Great Dane, and Great Danes have a problem where they have a huge chest cavity, but a small stomach. And what can happen is a Great Dane's stomach can roll inside their body and cause GERD and cause them to actually die.
Oh, wow.
In fact, I had a friend of mine who that happened to. Their stomach turned. They didn't get it turned back, and the animal died.
Oh, man.
So there's a surgery you can do for a Great Dane where you can actually sew the stomach to their inside of their rib cage. But Molly's 14 years old, and we got her late, so we didn't get to do that. So Molly has to lay down after she eats, or she's in danger of death.
Wow, I did not know that.
And she doesn't necessarily know that she's in danger of death. So, she's like, why are you telling me to lay down all the time?
And she likes being close to people.
Yes.
She really loves being.
She's a people person.
She is a very good people person.
She likes your groin.
She does. When I come
And
to
she's
the
the
door,
perfect height
Yeah.
for the groin. Goes right for it.
yeah, when I come to the door, she plants her head like right in my groin because she likes to be petted and touched and all that type of stuff. And she'll stay there as long as you let her.
My car, on the other hand, would say, look both ways before you back up.
Did you back into something recently?
Well, when I first got the truck, I'm not used to a big truck. I didn't have so I back into a telephone pole and crushed the rear, rear tail light. Mm-hmm. So I buy a new set, put them on, they work fine. The other day at the pumpkin giveaway, I'm backing up and I hit the saw shop sign with the other side, and crunched that one. So, and you know what? The beeper never went off.
Yeah, because you
The
do
sensor.
have the
sensor
proximity
never went off.
sensors.
So I
Wow.
didn't get that. So my car would not like me very much.
Yeah, my car would just say push it a little harder. What if you suddenly became a viral meme overnight?
You mean like 2.7 million views?
2.7 million views.
So I'm still confused about what a meme is.
I don't know the spelling of meme. Like, why is it MEME? I don't understand what that part of it is. But I thought a meme was just basically an image taken from something else and repurposed for a different,
right.
So
is it like a meme of someone being stupid and doing something stupid, and that's a meme, or it makes them look ridiculous or not in their character or something like that?
I don't think it has to be that. It's like that one, the black guy with, I don't know what he was doing when he was saying thinking, but it fits when you say, you don't have to pay for air at the gas station when you just tell them to turn it on. And the guy's doing this because it's a thoughtful meme. It's telling you to do something more intelligent. You don't have to pay for this if you can get this for free, but it can also be used in a ridicule too. So
See, because I've heard people say that's not a meme, that's just a video.
Yes.
And I was like, well, what is the difference?
I don't think the videos are considered meme. I think people just say that. Correct us if we're wrong, but I believe a meme is literally just a picture or a GIF, and not even a GIF, because GIFs can be animated. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a picture that was from something else that was repurposed.
So a meme would be non-animated then?
I think a meme is non-animated.
Okay. All right.
I could. We have to chat.
I'll go with your definition.
I think that's what it is, because the videos are videos or clips or, all of them can go viral, but I think a meme is an image, or it could be something you've said or done, and maybe even the words that you actually said or describe what you actually done could still be a meme. If it's actually you getting caught doing whatever it is that you did, but it's now a meme. It's something that's being spread.
All right. What if your podcast got picked up by NASA for deep space broadcasts?
Oh man.
That goes back to the whole one about proof of human intelligence.
Proof of human intelligence. Yeah. Well, first they're going to test me for dyslexia, which I do have. So sometimes the words kind of jump around for me. Who
did that song, by the way?
Which one?
Jump Around.
That would be The House of Pain. I was going to almost say the year. It was like 1987. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Didn't House of Pain have some other famous artist in it?
No. The lead singer broke off and did his own thing.
But didn't really become real famous from it.
He had a really popular song, but he was more of a folk singer. He was more of a singer than a rapper. So I can't remember. It was something about Whitey Ford, I think his name was, or the name of the album. But I don't know if they had any other famous people in it. Did you know that we have to thank Frank Stallone for Hall & Oates? I don't know why this just hit me.
How did that happen?
A true story. It is a total wild tangent. We'll get back to our what if segment.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
So Frank Stallone,
yeah,
he had his own band. That's Sylvester Stallone's younger brother, I believe. Yeah. He had Daryl Hall and his band, and John Oates used to kind of sub for them. So they didn't really play together.
Really?
Until I guess at some point they got together and they did something together. They collaborated on something, and Daryl Hall and John Oates went off and did their own thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember Frank Stallone in the Rocky movie. Mm-hmm. We're doing "Take It Back," do 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 do, take it.
Oh, when
back.
they're all singing outside yeah.
I've been told by
I don't know
some
if
people, and they all say to take it back like before. Yeah, I remember that. That's cool, man.
I was just a little wild history thing.
I didn't know that. That's a really cool story.
And for you not to know that, I feel validated. I feel impressed.
There you go.
Let's see. So if a podcast could be picked up by NASA for deep space broadcast,
I would have to question NASA's common sense.
Yes. Well, you ever see, now this is a meme. You ever see the meme of it's two pictures side by side. One of them is a satellite picture from space, and it's deep space, and it's like, 5 trillion miles away, and it's crystal clear. And then there's one right next to it of a guy who just committed a crime, and it's a security camera. It says 10 feet away, and it's completely blurry.
And you can't see.
Yeah, you can't see anything. No. So, yeah.
Now that's funny.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
It's not related to NASA, but when I'm thinking about something they're putting out.
I got you, yeah.
So what if you could redo 1 year in your life? Which year and why?
Ooh. I tell you what, I don't know off the top of my head what year it was 100%, but I would say it was probably 1983. I'd redo that one over again.
1983.
Yeah, it's when I married my first wife. I wouldn't have married my first wife.
That's
would not have done that. I would have saved her the misery of having been in a relationship with me.
Her misery or your misery?
Well, a
little bit of both. Yeah.
I'm trying to give her some, I'm trying to give her some credit there.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I would say,
I think we were both miserable.
I would say around 91 for me. The whole year I started learning about stocks. And a friend of mine, Sean Burke, if you're out there, Sean, I hope everything's going well for you. Sean and I were talking.
He's probably sitting on about 10,000 NVIDIA stock.
Oh God, probably. Sean was a very, very smart guy. However, he did talk me out of buying stock for Yahoo.
What?
Yes.
Jeez.
So if it was a year I could go back and change anything, I wouldn't listen to him for going to Philip Morris, which is, it's a great stock. They own everything. It's very slow, climbing stock, but Yahoo.
Well, another thing, back in 1983, while I was not remarrying that woman, I'd buy gold.
Yes.
Gold was like just a couple $100 an ounce.
Oh man.
Wasn't
What is
very,
it like?
very high at all.
Almost 2,000 now?
I think it's over 2, isn't it?
Is it over 2,000?
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I would have bought gold, and I would have learned more about that kind of stuff. Yep. All right. What if you had to swap I almost said wives. What if you had to swap lives with a famous celebrity for a week? Who would you pick? You could be
famous celebrity for an entire week. It wouldn't be anybody that you would think I would do. I would probably say Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't have any controversy. He seems to really enjoy what he does. He's changing people's lives.
He gives away stuff.
He gives away a shitload of money. And that was new. He's got a whole channel now. He's got a whole game show channel.
Well, isn't he like the biggest YouTuber?
He might be. I've never looked at the stats on that.
I think he's like, there's somebody out there who's known for being the biggest YouTuber.
Well,
I thought it might be Mr. Beast.
It wouldn't surprise. And those people are like, "Why are you picking a white person?" And it's just
no. That's you saying that.
No, there would be
I wouldn't
people.
have said that.
I know you wouldn't have, but I know people who would be saying that.
They'd be black though, right?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's just because it's a week.
Well, why wouldn't you choose a white guy?
Hey, I could drive without sweating when the cops come up behind me.
That's right, man.
So for a full week, that's actually pretty good. I won't be accused of stealing anything. I can walk into a store and not get followed around. But no, just because he's free of, at least of today, he's free of controversy. He does a lot for a lot of people. And that's not a race thing, because you see the people that he pulls, walks from every life. Yeah. So that would be my celebrity.
Well, that's cool. Now that you think about it, there's a guy, and I can't think of his name right now. He's from Canada. He's a little guy, and he always pretends to be hurt, or he pretends to be out of food, or he pretends to be broke, and he sees the first person who helps him out. He turns around and blesses them. Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, this was epic guy, but his name is, he's got like Nivolinsky or something like that. It's a name, and in fact, he said Mr. Beast inspired him.
Yeah.
So somebody like that. I think I could do that.
If I can be somebody for a while, I want to be somebody who's contributing more.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
But now, if you wanted to go pure celebrity, like television movie, I would love to be Ryan Reynolds for a week.
Ooh, he's got a little controversy behind him.
Yeah.
I want to say Denzel, because he's a very strong presence. He doesn't, another one of those guys that's really free of controversy. He's very well spoken. He doesn't dig himself into any holes that I've seen in his career. Some of his movies are great. Some of them are not so great, but he's one of those guys that you can look up to.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be a celebrity, an actual celebrity that people will see, because some people don't know who Mr. Beast is. They have no clue, but everybody should know almost who Denzel Washington is. So that would be.
Yeah, if you don't. Have you seen his latest one where he's the movie mogul?
The lowest to highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of split on that one.
You fell asleep on it.
No, I watched it. I watched it again. Yeah, we kind of split on that one.
I liked it. I mean, I didn't. It didn't end like I thought it would. No. But I did like it. I mean, I liked the storyline of that. The bad person wasn't who I thought it was either. So
no. It almost seemed to me, and you and I both have shared our ideals of movies. George has got ideals for movies, and I have ideals for movies, and we've talked on those. And it's I think it's very hard to. It's easy to critique a movie. It's always easy to look at things and point out things that are not correct, or they seem off, or they're lacking. But to be the person, put yourselves in that shoes and try to come up with a script and not miss anything. I think it's almost impossible. But when I watched that movie, if you haven't watched it, it's definitely worth a watch. But when I watched that movie, Jeffrey Wright's character, I just think it was, even though his son was a huge part of the movie, and he was a huge part because it showed these two people that were kind of like friends and one word for the other. Did you feel like his acting was absent? I feel like he did the best he could with what he had, and they didn't give him much.
Yeah.
And I felt like him just popping up out of nowhere, and then the cops that, oh, Mr. Washington, yeah, we're doing everything we can for your son. The guy, what about my son? Like, get away, we don't want to talk to you. It just seemed too unrealistic for a movie that's supposed to be setting itself in realism. Mm. Even the worst asshole cop on the planet, I could not see doing what he did to Jeffrey Wright's character. And that right there just set a tone for me for the rest of the movie, where every time that he was there and he was trying to do things for his kid, trying to figure out what was going on with his son, I'm like, he's not going to get anything.
I kind of felt that way too.
Yeah. So that kind of washed the entire movie from me. And I hate movies do that.
Well, I like Jeffrey Wright.
He's a great actor.
Definitely a great actor. But I find it hard to critique a movie. If I really like a movie, I find it very hard to pick at it.
Yeah.
I know there's things that are not perfect in it.
Right.
But if emotionally I'm connected to the movie, I can't negatively critique it.
Some movies are like that. Like, there's movies that people hate. Like, have you ever seen the Eddie Murphy movie, Pluto Nash? Mm-hmm. That movie was so terrible to the studio.
Even he says it.
They shelved it for over 2 years. They sat there, not earning any money. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars making it, and it sat there. And it got released. And I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was very, very entertaining. And yes, you can pick out plot holes. You can pick out bad acting. I think everybody acted okay in that movie. I think Eddie Murphy played Eddie Murphy. He didn't play any different characters. He played himself. And I watched that movie, and I'm not laughing out loud. I don't think it's like super funny, but Randy Quaid I thought was pretty funny in it. I thought it was a good movie. And there's movies out there that if I really want to tear it apart, I'm sure I can just give that movie an F.
Well, like I can't find anything negative in Galaxy Quest.
No.
Galaxy Quest from start to finish is like...
It's the perfect parody of Star Trek. Yeah. And I remember one time, I don't know if I told you this, MSN, the Microsoft Network used to have chats, and you can do chats with celebrities. And William Shatner was doing a chat one day. And I'm a Shatner guy, right? Mm-hmm. So I go in there.
He's my Captain Kirk.
He's my Captain Kirk, exactly. Yeah, I know my stepkid's grandmother. She's a Picard. She likes Picard.
Oh, I see.
So we'll have the Picard Kirk debates, back and forth every now and then, which is great. But I got to ask William Shatner a question, and he's like, "You get to ask him a question. Like, what is your question?" And I couldn't think of anything, and my question was, did you talk to Tim Allen, or did Tim Allen talk to you about anything before he did Galaxy Quest? And man, he answered that, and he stayed on that for the longest time. Like, that was like one of his best questions. Like, all these people were asking him questions, and not one person asked about Galaxy Quest. And that's all I could think about. It's like Galaxy Quest. And he's like, "Oh my God, I love that movie. It's so great." He says Tim Allen never talked to him. They never consulted with him or asked him anything. But he thought that he played a perfect parody of himself, of himself being Shatner.
But there's like a lot of great movies out there that I can watch, but there's always a part of it that has a falling off. Like, I love Caddyshack.
Yeah. But
there's a part of it there where, it loses you for a minute, in the story. It stalls, or even Blazing Saddles, the whole dance routine that kind of lost me a little bit there. Although I enjoyed it, but I'm just saying there are parts of movies that I think are really great movies, but then, I know that when I get to a certain point in the movie, I'm going to be like disappointed because everything's great up until
That point.
X point.
Now,
You know,
do you find that more with movies that you don't have to pay as much attention to? A comedy, you don't really have to watch. I mean, you can miss huge parts of a comedy, it can still be funny. You can miss huge parts of a horror movie and it can still be scary.
yeah.
Drama, usually not so much. Sci-fi, and I find that movies that you don't really have to pay attention to the plot, it's okay if I phase out or in certain parts.
Well, but it was with comedy ramps up to a certain level, right? And then that level is expected to continue all the way through the movie to the end.
Right.
And if it doesn't, then it doesn't mean it's not funny. It just means my attention's gone.
Your attention's, yeah. But I mean, what about the ones that are? I'm trying to think of. I can't think of any. One might come to head, but come to mind. But the comedies that start off funny, and then they always have that serious part where it's like, it's that opus, right? It's like funny, and then all of a sudden it's a dramedy, and then it gets funny, and heartbroken, it's a heartfelt scene or something like that, or ends on a like Liar Liar, for example. A great movie, very well written. It goes from one level of comedy to slapstick comedy, and then all of a sudden you got the situation with the kid, and it's just like, oh man, it just kind of melts your heart a little bit.
Well, perfect example. Back to Galaxy Quest, when Quillick dies.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
By Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, ye shall be avenged. And I read something recently that Tim Allen off screen was crying at the end of that scene.
Really?
Yeah, it just touched him. It just grabbed him there. By Grabthar's hammer.
That was such a great movie. If you've never seen Galaxy Quest, and if you've ever seen Star Trek, you gotta see Galaxy Quest.
Gotta see Galaxy
It
Quest.
is a pinnacle of. And what about the you ever see that Netflix parody? The what is it called? The Black Mirror. And it has the Star Trek, but it's not a comedy. It's actually kind of.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh yeah, you got to check that one out.
Okay, I'll check it out. Well, what do you think?
I think we're
this done?
is a wrap. I think this is a wrap. We hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you guys are playing these questions with yourselves too.
Yeah, really, that's a fun thing to do, and I really enjoyed. That was kind of fun. We had a totally different thing planned today, and I don't get people that don't understand, the commitment to a podcast. You've got a book or you've got a company and you want to promote it, and then it's like, oh well, it's too much for me right now.
Yeah, just a little bit too much time. I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
But we have for any circus goers, I think that might.
You're going to do that. We're going to do that.
I think so.
Coming up here in a couple of weeks. Yeah. The Spinners, was that what he was? He was a spinner.
He's a table juggler.
Table juggler.
Table juggler. So if you guys are interested in that type of stuff, I think we have a pretty good. We're going to have the kids of the late great Chester Cable. I guess you can Google him and look him up, and all the guys like in Venice Beach knows him and stuff like that. So he's a big Blink 182 actually did a music video
with him in it.
With he's not personally in it, but the stuff in his video
was
all loaned. All the stuff in their video was loaned to them by him.
Love some Blink 182. Yeah. Well, don't forget, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, we want to get more subscribers. So get your friends involved in this. Get on there. Also go and check out our website, these2guys.com. We got merchandise on there. We got some sponsors on there that we want you, and we may be adding a new sponsor. I think, Larry, you sent me some information on a possible new sponsor.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. So
and,
what do you say?
Yeah. And remember, liking, subscribing, following is free.
That's right.
Yeah, there's nothing. It does help us. It helps the algorithm. It helps Facebook and YouTube to realize, hey, people are watching these guys, because we know they're watching.
Yeah.
Just even a comment, something to let them know that you're watching, and that kind of helps us as well.
And, if you're, I noticed that we have bigger than I would have thought following on Spotify.
Yes.
That's a little bit, I didn't realize there were that many people on there watching. So that's another good avenue if you like that. And of course, Apple Podcast and Amazon as well. So, but preferably YouTube, because that's where we want to try to make our money somewhere down the road. Yeah. All right. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, or night, or morning, or evening.
Whenever you're watching.
It's these two guys.
These two guys. It's these two guys.